Yanni's away, so I still get to play. Tech-wise, starting today with not plastic 3D printing, but kind of the next generation. Researchers at MIT have now created a printer, a 3D printer that can create glass items, which is very cool. I mean, the step one, of course, was the plastic. They had all the components funneling into the 3D printer, and they could make mugs or pens or whatever they happen to do. Now they can make glass objects. The glass is apparently quite translucent. You can see through it quite well, which is great to see. The glass is actually quite strong. They've been testing it, and I mean, the applications for this are astronomical.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of things you could do. So we've got plastic, we've got glass. I'm just thinking out loud, but maybe metals are next.
I'm sure, yeah.
Which would be interesting. Obviously, you need all the components to go into a metal, but
a lot of heat.
Yeah, and a lot of heat. 1900 degrees Fahrenheit. They have two kind of heated chambers to help cook the glass, to create the glass, right? And then, of course, it comes out and they can shape it into whatever shape they want to do.
So cool.
I know. That's very cool. And it's neat how they can make it come out and then it doesn't like continue to bleed over everything else.
Right.
It still kind of holds its shape, which is neat. Space shuttle pieces and items, the tech in the old space shuttles, which are now retired, that tech is being salvaged and it's being reused now on the International Space Station, which is all kind of cool. I mean, NASA's doing this for two reasons. One, they have all this tech sitting on the ground now in the retired space shuttles, so they might as well make use of it. And two, NASA's budget keeps getting cut, so they have to save money somehow, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, so I mean, there are 3 or 4, depending on the model of the shuttle. I can't believe I know this, but there are 3 or 4 water storage tanks, depending on which shuttle you're talking about. And anyway, they're taking those tanks in particular and installing them now on the International Space Station because it can hold, each tank can hold up to 25 or 27 days worth of H2O.
Huge,
which allows the scientists on the space station more time to focus on their synthesizer for Stephen Hawking, the astrophysicist, the theoretical astrophysicist. Anyway, Intel is releasing the code for the software in their machines now, and they're releasing it out to the world for free. And the hope is, the Intel guys are hoping that by releasing this for free, other people will improve the software beyond the version that Stephen Hawking uses, and it'll help further people down the road.
Very smart.
You're saying crowdsourcing brain power, right?
Yep, absolutely.
It's a neat way to do it, yeah. Stephen Hawking's been working with Intel software for, I believe, more than 2 decades now, the science behind this is going to be helping future generations of people with Lou Gehrig's disease or whatever it happens to be, the motor control things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And one final note in the daily download today. Well, I guess we should say the download is complete. One final note in the download that I want to mention is a tech birthday. 20 years ago, exactly today, August 24th, 1995, Windows 95 was released. That's how old Windows 95 is, yeah. $250 million marketing campaign to kind of kick off Windows 95. I remember those commercials with the Rolling Stones, Start Me Up.
That in itself is expensive,
those
right?
start, you know, the start button on the Windows 95, those start buttons were everywhere on billboards. There was a whole kind of buzz generated for a month leading up to it. What are the start buttons? What's this? What's that? But yeah.
I think they recouped their costs.
I think Microsoft's doing okay.
Not worried about that.
Bill Gates,
Yeah.
he is not eating Kraft dinner every night.
It's all good.
No.